Hello, good afternoon or evening to everybody. I guess I don't know when you're going to be watching this replay, but I feel guilty. I feel guilty for not doing some more Facebook Lives on our on my business page. So I just wanted to throw a quick little message out. It's going to be a short message, but it's tied to what kind of an entrepreneur are you? Hey, take a look at that sunset in the background. Isn't that cool? I'm out here in northern Utah. I'm in Utah County and the Provo area, for those of you who are familiar with Utah, and I'm on my way to a meeting. And I pulled over and I just felt like I needed to get this done. It was on my to-do list, so I felt like I needed to get it done. I feel like I don't like Facebook Lives, but I think they're extremely important. So I'm learning on how to make myself better. But I wanted to share with you what kind of an entrepreneur you are. So I want you to think about something. First of all, I admire anybody who just steps in the world of entrepreneurship. It's not easy. Sometimes it's very thankless, and it's that idea of having a vision or a belief in something and going after it without guaranteed compensation. And that's a completely different mentality from just working for somebody else. And so anybody who's an entrepreneur, my hat is off to you. I also believe it's the engine that drives America. And I think we need more entrepreneurs in the marketplace. And so for me, my hope is that I can add just a little bit of value to anybody who's considering entrepreneurship or is in entrepreneurship, that we can encourage a community of people to continue to build for their dreams and to build for what they want. So I had this funny little segment of 3 different types of entrepreneurs. I want to share it with you. It's kind of comical, but I think there's some value here that you can think about what kind of an entrepreneur you are. The timid entrepreneur. The timid entrepreneur tends to have skinny kids and lives in trailers. So kind of jokingly, kind of funny, but oftentimes if you're timid, you cannot be timid with your goals, with your ambitions, with your drive, with your value. You have to expose your value. You cannot be a timid entrepreneur. You've got to be willing to grab the bull by the horn and go for it. You've got to be willing to take the risk. And so timid doesn't fit in the world of entrepreneurship. All right, number 2, bold entrepreneur. The bold entrepreneur knows they never know until they call security. Now, obviously, again, being a little bit light-minded and jokingly, a bold entrepreneur sometimes can be overbearing. In other words, you're so focused and driven that you're not really hearing the needs of your customer or your network or your community, but you're really driven and focused on one particular thing. And sometimes that can be a downfall. It can be a negative. So, the bold entrepreneur, it can really get some progress and growth, but not always the best place to be. Here is the one that I think is extremely important. And again, I want you to identify what kind of entrepreneur you are. The sustained entrepreneur. Now, the sustained entrepreneur knows 2 things: the relationship of value and the value of relationship. I want you to think about where that fits in what you're doing in business. Are you really trying to add value? Are you fulfilling a need that exists in the marketplace? And if it does, are you recognizing the value of a relationship? Somebody that you're providing that service to, right? A customer is somebody who's got a need, and you're fulfilling that need for that individual. So again, it does not matter what business you're part of. I think these are fundamental principles that apply. The timid entrepreneur, the bold entrepreneur, and the sustained entrepreneur, knowing the value of relationships and the relationship of value. So anyway, I hope you guys find value in this. My goal is to continue to try to bring more of these pieces to the marketplace and to share that information with you. If you find value in it, throw me some comment section in there. Maybe you can identify for yourself what kind of an entrepreneur you are, define that, and give me your thought behind those 3 points of what a good entrepreneur is, or what the definition of entrepreneurship is. So with that, thanks guys for jumping on. Have an awesome afternoon, or whenever you're watching this. And we'll look forward to getting a couple of more of these Facebook Lives out and continue with more content. So with that, thanks guys.